Welcome to Sheridan's 56th Convocation. This morning we are honoring the graduates of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. My name is Carol Altilia, and I am Sheridan's interim provost and vice president academic. As we gather virtually today, we would like to acknowledge that all of Sheridan's campuses reside on land that has been, and still is, the traditional territory of several Indigenous nations, including the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Wendat, the Métis, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Since time immemorial, numerous Indigenous nations and Indigenous peoples have lived and passed through this territory. We recognize this territory as covered by the Dish with One Spoon Treaty and the Two-Row Wampum Treaty, which emphasize the importance of joint stewardship, peace, and respectful relationships. As you may be joining us from different territories, we acknowledge the many diverse nations and territories you are joining from. Sheridan College affirms that it is our collective responsibility to honor and respect those who have gone before us, those who are here, and those who have yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be learning, working, living, and thriving on this land. To begin our convocation ceremony, please join our students from the Honors Bachelor Music Theatre Performance Program, accompanied by Michael Mulrooney in singing of our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants espoirs. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you for that beautiful rendition of O Canada. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Janet Morrison, Sheridan's President and Vice Chancellor, to officially launch this convocation.
Thank you, Carol. On behalf of Sheridan, I extend a warm welcome to you, our graduates in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, and to your family members and friends who are joining us today for this virtual ceremony. Convocation is an important milestone in our students' experience. It's the culmination of years of hard work and a stepping stone into the future. While I am disappointed, like all of you, that circumstances prevent us from celebrating your achievements in our traditional fashion, the importance of this occasion is undiminished. This situation has been a learning experience for all of us, and I'm so proud of the determination you've shown in successfully completing your program in these unprecedented times. Resilience is one of the key qualities we strive to nurture in our students, and your success in reaching this point assures me that we're advancing that goal. We know that post-secondary education transforms people, families, and communities. It's not just that graduates enjoy higher rates of employment and greater earning power. It's that an investment in higher education propels people to be healthier, more engaged, conscious citizens in our democracy, which is more important now than ever before. You are graduating at a time of global economic and political uncertainty. As our Chancellor Hazel McCallion will share with you shortly, past generations have also faced unforeseen challenges and risen to the occasion. I'm confident that you, armed with your degree, diploma, or certificate, and the overall learning and skills that you've gained from your Sheridan experience, are well equipped to go forth and make a positive impact in our communities. In closing, I want to ask you to consider those who have fueled, funded, or inspired your learning journey, be they family, friends, and/or your professors. They all deserve our collective thanks and recognition. It's now my pleasure to introduce a brief video message from Sheridan's Chancellor, Hazel McCallion.
For someone who never had the opportunity to attend college or university, I have a keen appreciation of what this day means to you, the graduates, your families, and friends. I grew up in the Great Depression in the 1930s. Times were tough, but with enthusiasm and determination, we came through it rather successfully. And I was highly motivated to do whatever I did to the very best of my ability. And I learned from others to work as a team, because as a team, you can make a change. Remember, graduates, that you are graduating from the most prestigious post-secondary institution in Canada, well known internationally. And I know from experience that Sheridan has instilled in its students a desire and commitment to make a change in the community when they graduate. So, everything is out there for you. So go for it with enthusiasm and commitment, and you will be a great success.
Thank you so much, Chancellor McCallion, for that inspiring message. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Chair of Sheridan's Board of Governors, John Fleming, to extend greetings from the board and confer this year's credentials.
Thank you, Janet. We have been presented with the list of graduands who have successfully completed the curriculum of their chosen program as required by the Sheridan Board of Governors and recommended by the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences to be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishment. I therefore confer their diplomas, degrees, and certificates on them in absentia with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I want to extend our warmest congratulations to the class of 2020. At this time, I'd like to hand the virtual floor over to Sean McNabney, Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, to deliver his remarks and introduce your valedictorian.
On behalf of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, I'd like to congratulate each of you for completing your respective programs, an accomplishment that demonstrates your resilience, determination, and dedication, especially in these challenging times. You arrived at Sheridan eager to further develop your English language and communication skills, launch your studies in health sciences, or identify what you wanted to do in your career. You depart Sheridan with the knowledge, creative thinking, and confidence necessary to take the next step, whether you are entering the workforce or advancing to your next level of studies. It's an academic tradition for a representative of the graduating class to speak on behalf of fellow graduates, looking back on your Sheridan experience and looking forward to the future journey on which you are about to embark. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian from the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, Jessica Maria Tavarian. Jessica has inspired us all by overcoming numerous challenges and hardships to become a graduate of our General Arts and Science University Profile program. A native of Sri Lanka, whose family came to Canada in 1991, Jessica completed academic upgrading to earn acceptance into Sheridan. She is now a student at Ryerson University, working toward her English degree with the goal of becoming a screenwriter and producer who promotes mental health and addiction awareness. I'm honored to turn the camera over to Jessica, your Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences valedictorian.
Thank you, Dean McNabney. Greetings to our virtual audience and the graduating class of 2020. Although we could not meet in person this year, I'm happy we can reunite virtually, and I hope everyone is staying safe and comfortably watching from their homes. Graduating class of 2020. Yeah, it has a nice ring to it. It feels like it was just yesterday when I decided to go back to school. I knew Sheridan was the best option. I have family and friends that are alumni and praise the institution for its impressive programs and its advocacy of mental health awareness. I knew I wanted to be a writer, but I didn't know how to accomplish my goals. Luckily, Sheridan has supportive academic advisors who help me plan out the next steps. Before you know it, I was a student again after 8 years. When I think about my first day at Sheridan compared to the last day I was on campus, the difference is staggering. On my first day, I entered the main building, I glanced at the map, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm here, I need to be here. Got it. I walked through the campus underestimating the size. I went from building D to B to A, crossed over to E, cut through C, somehow ended up at the residence, and then realized I did a full circle and was back where I began. My class was in building G, and I was 40 minutes late. I walked in sweaty and panting from all the stairs I climbed, and the entire class watched as I struggled to make my way toward my seat in the back. In case you couldn't already tell, first impressions are my specialty. When class was over, all the students gathered in the cafeteria to grab a bite to eat and get to know one another. I was too cool for school, so I did what all the cool kids do. I ate pizza in my car alone and called my parents to keep me company. Okay. The truth is, I was terrified. Sheridan was a new environment that I was not familiar with. I didn't know how to be a student again or befriend people in my class. It seemed like the most simple things were the most arduous. As time went on and I learned more about my classmates, I realized I wasn't alone. We were all intimidated. Regardless of our age, our history, our previous education, when we sat in that classroom, we were all equals. We didn't know exactly what we were doing or where we were going, but we were comforted in knowing we had each other. If it wasn't for Sheridan, I would have never met those special people who made it easier to keep going. Together we made it through the midterms, the essays, the presentations, the group projects, the finals, and the all-nighters that came with a helpful 6-pack of energy drinks and a family-sized bag of Doritos. Luckily, we have something to be proud of after all the lost sleep and digestion issues. Even in the midst of a global pandemic, we made it to the other side. If you haven't already done so, please take a moment to pat yourself on the back and acknowledge your accomplishments. School is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy, but you stuck by it even when times were tough. Not only does that take commitment, but it takes a tremendous amount of bravery. For my classmates, I am forever grateful, and I have so many more people to thank. I have the privilege of attending classes at all 3 Sheridan campuses. No matter where I was, the faculty at Sheridan was bright, helpful, understanding, and encouraging. Thank you to the dedicated professors who motivated students to do better than their best. Thank you to the student advisors who helped glue us back together every time we felt broken or overwhelmed. To the cafeteria staff for their hard work and encouraging smiles. To the security guards and facilities workers for keeping our campuses safe and clean. And finally, thank you to our friends and family for their love and support. All of these people, whether we realized it or not, contributed to our success. We would not be here without them. At Sheridan, we pride ourselves on being a highly diverse group of students. That being said, regardless of the beliefs you may hold, we have no idea what's in store for us. This success is only the beginning. You have so much more to overcome and achieve. In uncertain times like this, it is crucial to reflect on the power of your resilience. The obstacles we face add value to our journey. It's best not to dwell on your mistakes, but instead have self-confidence and savor the bumpy ride because time goes by way too fast. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. You earned it. I wish you the absolute best in your future endeavors. Now go make the world a better place. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jessica, and thank you for your insightful and inspiring words. I eagerly look forward to hearing about your next success. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, James Cunningham. James is a gifted host and comedian who graduated from Sheridan and the University of Toronto at Mississauga's Theatre and Drama Studies joint program in 1996. He went on to host 5 seasons of Eat Street, a popular Food Network Canada TV show that aired in 12 countries worldwide. And he's also rubbed elbows with former American presidents, business tycoons, and sports heroes while emceeing various corporate events. Thank you for joining us today, James.
Hey, graduates of Sheridan College, congratulations on your incredible accomplishment. My name is James Cunningham. I am a comedian, TV host, and graduate of the Sheridan College Theatre and Dramatic Arts program. Well, you did it. You are now a graduate of one of the finest learning institutions that is recognized around the world as having an extremely high standard of excellence. Welcome to the family. For the past 10 years, I've been hosting the Premier's Awards for Outstanding College Graduates in Ontario, and it's truly mind-blowing how many Sheridan College graduates are out there every single day, literally changing the world. We're out there reinventing global food supply chains. We're changing the way we live through art and design. We're shaping the future of health sciences, and we're even out there winning Oscars. Not me, yet, but soon. To say the least, these are interesting times. Nothing like this has happened in the way this has happened before, and literally everything is changing rapidly. So, what better time to be at the forefront? Don't listen to those who will tell you it's the worst time to be finding a job. What they mean is it's the worst time to find a job the old way in the old economy. But an entirely new economy is taking shape, and you are now among the few who are freshly trained in the latest methods of using the most popular technologies. I'm not just talking about those of you in business or computer science. Look at me. I made my entire living traveling, performing for large crowds, hosting shows, and shooting TV shows on locations. In a matter of a few days, once the COVID-19 shutdown started, my entire year of work evaporated. Nothing, disappeared. So I had 2 choices. I could wait for things to come back and hope that they would be the same, or I could try something new and apply my skills in a new way. So I created a studio here in my house, and now I can do what I love doing without ever having to leave. This morning, I hosted an event in Australia for 1,000 people. This afternoon, I'm hosting a conference in Arizona. And tomorrow, I'm hosting a segment for a major corporate client, all from the comfort of my own basement studio. Things will get back to normal, but the new normal they'll get back to will be nothing like the way things were. This is where your skills and your knowledge will come into play. Think about this. You are just starting at a time when the entire world is starting over. So it's a completely level playing field, except you have the latest knowledge of everything. My money's on you. All you need now is the passion and energy to look past the negative and embrace what is possible. Now, I know you can do it. I wish you the best as a former graduate, as a friend, and now as a family member. Congratulations, and may all the best things come your way. If you'll excuse me, I have to go and make a TikTok video. I'm not. I'm gonna leave that to you. You know why?
I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie. I'm a savage. Yeah.
This is why I leave it to you.
Thank you so much, James. It's now time for that special moment, the virtual presentation of diplomas, certificates, and degrees, which will be highlighted on each graduate's slide. But before we begin, I'd like to tell the audience about the special designations and awards that some of you have received for outstanding academic achievement. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.6 to 3.89 will receive a light blue honor cord in recognition of their honor status. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 will receive a double blue honor cord in recognition of their high honor status. The student in each program with the best academic record overall will be awarded the Board of Governors Silver Medal. Those graduates who have completed the board undergraduate certificate in creativity and creative problem solving in addition to their degree program will also be bestowed the honor cord. The honor cord is a symbol of academic achievement, and the color orange represents creativity. The stole that you will receive, along with your parchment, is a symbol of academic achievement that represents the realization of excellence in your chosen program and symbolizes your membership in the international community of scholars. Any special designations our graduates have received will appear on their individual slide, along with their personal reflection and picture. Congratulations again to our graduating class in the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. We're so proud of you and the 190,000 alumni of this great institution. As soon as public health directives allow, we hope to offer you the opportunity to walk across our stage and receive your credentials in person. Until then, on behalf of our entire learning community, I'd like to thank you for choosing Sheridan to advance your educational and life goals. Best of luck in the next step of your journey, and please stay in touch.